The Midnight Visitor. It was well past midnight when Sarah finally settled into bed after a long day. The rain pattered softly against her window, creating a rhythmic, soothing sound. She pulled the blankets up to her chin, ready for a peaceful night's sleep. But just as her eyes began to close, she heard it, a soft tapping at her window. At first she thought it was the wind or perhaps a tree branch brushing against the glass. But the tapping came again, louder this time, almost deliberate. Sarah hesitated. She wasn't one to believe in ghost stories, but something about that sound unsettled her. Slowly, she got out of bed and approached the window, her heart racing. She peeked through the curtains but saw nothing. The street below was dark and empty. Relieved, she turned to go back to bed. But just as her foot hit the floor, the tapping came again, this time from the window in her bedroom. Frozen with fear, Sarah slowly walked back to the window, her hands trembling as she drew the curtain back. To her horror, there was a figure standing just outside, its face obscured by the darkness. The figure didn't move, just stood there staring into her room. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she backed away, but she couldn't look away from the figure's unsettling stillness. She was too terrified to scream. Suddenly, the figure slowly raised its hand and tapped once more on the window, the sound louder than before. Without thinking, Sarah bolted out of the room, running downstairs and locking every door behind her. But when she checked the window again, the figure was gone. The rain continued to fall, now accompanied by the eerie silence of the night. Sarah never saw the figure again, but every time it rained, she swore she could hear the faint tapping from her window, as if the midnight visitor was still waiting for her to open the door.